All right, Shalom Makyam, Zahar Spirit Wind Judah of the GMS Mississippi Camp, giving our honor and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Hakudash. I also want to give double honor to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. All right, today I want to go into an early morning discussion. As you can see, it's dark outside, but it's actually dawn. Like we're at the crack of dawn, right? Something like that. And something that was heavy on my spirit this morning. Ultimately, it was based on like a vision I had, all right, within my sleep. But without me even getting heavy into it, I'm just gonna go into a lesson. And I decided to do this lesson this morning as a faith booster for brothers and sisters, because you know, we're coming into scary times. We're coming into times where the Most High is about to take off our training wheels, all right? And we're gonna be we're gonna be out there, man. Just how with this JAB, man. A lot of us were faced with the ultimatum that either you take this ketchup, all right, you take the juice, or you lose your job, man. And, you know, some brothers and sisters were their faith was stronger than others. But there's only one answer to that, you know? In the times to come, there's only going to be one answer, all right? And it's hell to the nah. Fuck the outcome, all right? Forget the outcome, man. There's not, well, I don't want to, I got kids, or, well, this, and my wife going to be looking at me. It just hell to the nah, all right? Because our confidence, like they said, a so-called black man, when he knows he's right, you can't tell him shit, all right? I've heard that before, all right? And you know, you've been around brothers and you've been a Israelite man yourself. You know that's true. You know when you right, you got all the confidence in the world, man. In the times to come, we're gonna be forced with an ultimatum, all right? And a lot of it is going to result in you losing your job. A lot of it's going to result to, and that's going to result to you eventually have to get off the grid, all right? Or maybe, you know, you'll be looking at it as a suspect. A lot of it's going to be forced. A lot of us going to be in a concentration camp, all right? But the thing is, what I want to talk to our brothers is the scripture says that we're going to be as pilgrims. All right, so a lot of us are gonna be literally out in the open, man. Well, I'm here to do this lesson to tell you that we're gonna be guided by chariots, man. We're gonna be guided by Yahweh's chariots. All right, I have faith in that. All right, I have belief in that. All right, I have belief that we're gonna be guided, protected, all right, and visited by chariots. What I mean visited, because when you're out there, when we left Egypt, we were guided by Yahweh's chariot, man. We were out there in the wilderness. And now we're finna be in the spiritual wilderness, because the wilderness is where you were before you got into your kingdom, before you got into sovereignty. So we're about to enter into a state of sovereignty, all right? And rulership. Sovereignty basically means you're not under rule of someone else. You know, 400 years in this captivity, sovereignty is a foreign word. But see, while we were fighting for independence in America, while we were fighting for equality, or we were fighting for equality in America, a lot of countries outside of America was fighting for independence from the British, independence from the French, all right? From the beginning of European colonization. So we've never experienced sovereignty, and we've never experienced, as a collective, living outside the grid, man. All right, we've never experienced as a collective living outside the grid, and it might be scary, man. Like, it's one thing to say, okay, I'm gonna go plan camping, I'm gonna go camping this weekend, or I'm gonna go fishing. But it's another thing where that's the only way you're gonna survive. All right. You know, I'm gonna go learn how to set up a tent. But it's another thing where that's the only house you have. All right, is everything that you need to survive is in your book bag, is on your back. That's another thing, man. All right, we're gonna be out there, man. You're gonna be out there in the woods. All right. Only thing you might have is a compass rose. All right. People might be following you the Most High by that time. It might be revealed like, okay, clearly you're the man of the Lord, but I'm telling you, and I have belief in this, that you're going to be guided by angels. All right. Their angels are already here as implants. They're implants as employees on your job. They're implants as just a regular guy that you're going to encounter at a certain point. You know how you watch a movie and like there's just random characters in a movie, like the post office guy, and he has like one line, or the UPS guy in the movie, or you know, the little girl that runs up and asks for money. But then at the end of the movie, they have a credit. They give credit at the end of the movie. They have a list of credits that they name, and that's like the post office guy was played by this character, by this actor. The little girl in the movie, and it literally said like the little girl. She was played by this actor. Well, there's already actors, quote unquote, all right, which are really angels unawares, acting as implants. Their implants are already here. The Most High has already positioned them, all right, and orchestrated them in certain ways in your life, all right, to help you navigate in the times to come. Furthermore, the Most High has already planted implants in your life. So you got Esau's counterintelligence program, and he has his implants that we are aware that he has his implants. But then you have the Most High's agency, and he has his implants on the right hand side. So he has people implanted in your life. So like I gotta get a drink of water. Got my water this time, so my voice be going out when I be doing a lesson. But just how Esau has his implants, all right, spies, the Most High has his actors, acting like they're just the regular guy that you're gonna encounter that just so happens to know more about a food source, man. The Most High already has those implants, all right. They're acting, all right, in righteousness, all right. Going back to the book of Tobit, Tobit's son Tobias was guided by an angel, Raphael, all right, which his name goes back to heel of Yahweh, all right, because Tobit was blind, all right, he had that thing in his eye, all right. But why was that book written, all right? Why was that book written, man? All right, but Tobias, his son, was guided by an angel unawares, and it was one of the top angels, all right. And it also shows you there's a lot of things are showing you in that story, in the book of Tobit, that first of all, the Most High hears and answers your prayers. That's why he sent Raphael, all right, because of the mission to pair him, his son, with the daughter, all right, the other guy's daughter. I forget his name, all right. But the point is, Raphael was sent on a mission to guide Tobias. The angel Raphael was sent on a mission to guide Tobias, and the angel Raphael had created an illusion that he was eating and drinking and all that. But he'll show you later on in the story that it was an illusion. He was just sent by the Most High because the Most High answered his father's prayers. Also, it shows you in the story that, you know, all your good works get rewarded. If you go into the beginning of the story, you know, somebody gave Tobias like a goat or something like that, and it was something to that effect, and it was revealed in the story that it was because of his good works. So when good things happen to you, like you might find $20, that's because you did something good, man, in the past. That's how you catch hell, because you did something bad in the past. Good happens to you, man, all right. But furthermore, all right, it shows you in the story that it was revealed to Tobias that ever since Tobit was praying, all right, Raphael revealed that ever since Tobit started praying, the Most High was listening, man. The Most High saw his good works. He buried the Israelite out of honor. That was seen in the spirit world. So your good works, you help the brother out, or you might even help the Israelite in the streets, man. All those things get rewarded, man. Okay? But the point is he was guided by Raphael the angel. All right? And he was actually like in between cities, and he was basically, quote unquote, in the wilderness. if you look at it like that. But just like in Egypt, we were in between kingdoms. We was leaving Egypt and was going to enter into a state of sovereignty. But in that, we was guided by Yahweh's chariot. And I believe that those chariots are going to swing down real low in the times to come. When you out there, my brothers and sisters, when you out there, them chariots going to swing low. All right? Swing down, sweet chariot, right? Yeah. Those chariots going to swing low in the future, in the near future. All right? Because it's going to be shown like, now I'm watching you, I got you. All right, Most High, it says in the scriptures, there is no temptation that is taking you that is not coming to man, but Yahweh is faithful. Meaning he going to stick by your side, man. All right, Yahweh is faithful. That he will not suffer you to be tempted above that you're able, but will with the temptation create a way to escape. All right, and part of the way that he's not going to tempt you in a way that you're not able, you're going to be visited, man. Because you're going to be out there in the woods, man. You might be out there in the wild. You're going to be visited by chariots. You might be out there in a concentration camp. And every inmate may not be an inmate. Every security guard might not be a security guard. Or you might just straight up get visited by angels, man. The more hardcore is going to get out here, the more vivid the more straightforward and vivid the appearance of an angel is going to be. All right? And you're going to have actually people who are not angels, but they were put on earth, and their role they're going to play in this movie was to help you. All right? We can't, and we're on a mission, right? We're on a mission to teach the word, prophesy the downfall of this country, of America, of spiritual Babylon, of Babylon the Great, man. And we can't get caught up into our simulations, all right? Because everything we have, like the brother Yashima said, it's a slave packet, all right? And I call it what do you call it, meal ready on arrival or something like that, like the soldier's packet they have. But everything that's yours is yours temporarily, you know? Like, you might have a wife, you might have children, all right, sons and daughters. You might have a dog, all right? But there's a possibility that they might not make it into the kingdom, and you have to look at it like that. The Most High gave you that for now. But there's a possibility that you might have to neglect everything, or everything might neglect you. But the Most High is going to give you your official wives that's going to be prepped for the, you know, they're going to be geared for the kingdom and during time of Jacob's trouble. But when you walk in your house, you walk in your apartment or your house, and you see a woman, you know, you might have sons and daughters. They may not be your permanent wife and sons and daughters. They were just your little packet while you're on your mission. Your little to-go packet while you're on a mission, you know? And the reason I said don't get caught up in your simulations, because of course your woman will want to put a wool over your head and make you give energy to a longevity in America, an American dream. But that's part of the simulation, man. She's an agent. You know, you love your woman, all right? You love your woman, no doubt, when we're not calling them demons. But when they start talking contrary to your mission, you have to understand that you're in a simulation. So it is like a movie when you find out your spouse is a damn spy, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, you know? So they playing that role, but they spiritually, it's spiritually, you know, their job and their role is to challenge your belief. Because within this mission, you have different checks, different tests. You have integrity checks. So you have little random integrity tests or integrity checks just to see if your mind is still fixed on His word, and this is the main thing in your mind. So a lot of times so let's say brothers into dating or whatever, you meet women online or whatever it may be, and as soon as they meet you, they tell you everything you want to hear and need to hear, all right, and you excited over that. But next thing you know, they start asking you about your beard or why you can't see them on Saturdays, or they'll create some type of confrontation or argument to make you happy to get them back. But then they'll be like, well, okay, I guess I can see you. I can see you on this day. And it'll be a teaching day. You know, it's a simulation, man. It's an integrity test. What I've learned, my anecdotal experience, is that a lot of people you encounter, they're a part of the simulation. Everything is a part of your simulation. And anybody, any moment can be a spiritual agent. And you can't let people come in your life and be a spiritual agent. You so caught up in a rose-colored glass perception that you're not even remembering, and that's a fucking agent, man. Because that's the role they play, man. We're on a mission. Furthermore, I can't deviate from the point. We're gonna be guided. We're gonna be visited by chariots, and I believe that they're gonna swing down pretty low. You're gonna be like, whoa, shit. All right, they're gonna swing down pretty low. But that's the Most High sending His agents to let you know I'm with you, just like I was with you in the wilderness. Just like I was with you in slavery. That's why we sing those songs, because I believe, based on those songs that we sang, swing low, sweet chariot, those chariots were swinging pretty low. All right, those chariots were swinging pretty low, man. All right. But hey, man, that's pretty much the point, man. All right, we're gonna be guided. We're gonna be protected. The Most High already has His actors, which are angels unawares, His agents, set up his implants, acting like key characters in a movie, like a random homeless guy that has the information to go somewhere, or, you know, somebody that invites you to a particular house and everything you can eat is lawful, you know. Or somebody might randomly give you an envelope with the information to a food source or whatever it may be. But when the things get real wild, and if this becomes literally the wild, wild west, all right, the Most High already has his actors, His angels unawares to help you. And furthermore, when you're actually going to be out there, those chariots, you're going to be visited by angels, and those chariots going to swing pretty low, man. You're going to be guided, man. And we have to remember that. All right, because in the flesh, you can be like, you know, when we think about the times to come and we see little signs that the time has come, you might be like, damn, this is it. Shit, we're going to be out here. Yeah, you're going to be out here, but you're not going to be the only one that's out there. All right? Well, with that, I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Shalom Chakodash, double honor to our elder apostles and elder bishops, a great millstone who well. Peace and blessings, health and wellness, and house and everything elect. Abba Baal, Kamel Shalom.